Hello and welcome to episode 38 of our Timberborn Update 5 Waterbeaver playthrough in cycle 41, day 7. Last time we did a whole bunch of tiny improvements, hide this thing again, and today is probably going to be a whole lot more of the same as we have a lot of things that are slowly coming together and require a lot of divided attention. But don't worry, there's still plenty to get done, so we're nowhere near being finished with this thing. We've got all this demolition of land happening over here to expand our rice production. We've got eventually, if I can remember to go to the correct spot, here we go. We've got these two terrain blocks that are in the process of being put in, so we can finally, after 800 billion years, put in our high temperature foundry and start making some glass. And once we have glass, we'll be able to go and make clockwork hydroponic farms. And once we have those, then we'll be able to start retiring some of our farmland down here in favor of expanding production of other important things. Speaking of expanding production of important things, we have all these chestnut trees down here, and they are continually being depleted. So we need to be planting some additional chestnut trees, and I don't think... Oh no, this forester will reach. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this path out of the way here. And we're going to fill this space with some chestnut trees, which are right here. And I'm going to plant some more back behind here and here. Now, I know this isn't a huge increase in chestnut trees, but don't worry, because we also have the ability to come over here and replace these guys, these everblossoms, with more chestnut trees. Because we've got a mighty need for chestnuts, not only right now to sustain what we're making with the chestnut beer, but also in the future to make weird udon, which is a recipe that we really need to be getting into if we want to be doing some of the rest of these different food buildings and science buildings and all sorts of fun stuff. So that's going to be a process that we are continuously working on improving. Everything takes time, you know. That's just how it is, folks. So we're just gonna keep monitoring the situation over here. We have a lot of regular logs. We probably don't need to be growing so many, but it is what it is. While we're here, let's also remember to unmark these new chestnut trees for cutting, because we don't want to cut those down. They're for chestnut purposes. And wow, there's a lot of land up here that was marked for cutting that doesn't need to be marked for cutting at all. All right, well, that's an easy fix to make. Just do this. Same kind of deal up here. And then, of course, this area here. Now, the reason I do that is because I was told, I don't know how true this is, but I was told that it helps reduce lag a little bit. I don't know. Could just be one of those dumb things that people keep repeating when it's not actually true. If it is, good. If it's not, well, we're trying anyway. So hopefully that improves. But I've got a lot of notes here on my second monitor from what you guys have been asking, and I know there's still going to be plenty of stuff I can't get to, so if I don't do something you've suggested, I promise it's not a slight on you personally. I just got a lot going on here that we got to get to, and so on and so forth. So if you've made a suggestion, and I have not implemented it, and I have not mentioned it as something I'm not going to do, reintroduce it again in a comment if you think it still really needs to get done, and I will try to at least address a lot of this as we continue working. But like I said, there's tons to get done. So we're going to have to be pretty diligent about getting things accomplished. Like I said earlier, this is going to be expanded for more rice. So we'll just get little bits and pieces of this done here. Plant some additional rice paddies. This is going to take a while. We're also letting this become a bunch of berries over here. And that's going to take a pretty decent amount of time too. But we definitely need to have more berries. We only have 27 in reserve now. And we also have all of these up here. These wild brambles. Our storage of those is getting pretty low. We only have 47. And that's something that a couple people brought up in the comments as well. So we're going to need to make sure that we're having beavers over here to harvest these things. And of course, that comes from either a gatherer flag, or we have to build one of those buildings that harvests them. And we've got a bunch of different options for that. We don't really ever do. We have the Harvester's Office. The Harvester's Cottage supports upgrades, and upgrades are not really anything that we've ever done. Not really taken full advantage of. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure how they work. But I know people have been asking in the comments forever and ever and ever for me to do that. Harvester's Drying Tower is an upgrade module that goes on one of the triangular buildings, like the ones I'm talking about. But we just, for whatever reason, have never managed... Wait, this doesn't get done by Harvester's office. No, that's... Okay, this is what confuses me. Because it's a plant that you get stuff from, but apparently it's... Okay. Look, I never claimed to be smart, okay? This gets bramble flowers, the lumberjacks like, man, okay. So you can hit backspace on the comment saying, no, you idiot. I know you guys aren't like that. It's fine. Been watching too much Skystorm recently, because he likes to call people out for that. Well, if there is even such a thing as watching too much. But I digress. I've got to find what menu the right thing I'm looking for. So the Builder's Lodge, that's not it. Tapper Shack is not it. Harvester's Drying Tower. Wood Felling Planification Lodge. See, I had one of these over here that gets bramble flowers. The Lumberjack's Barn supports upgrades, and Logging Loft also does that. So people keep talking in the comments about the hauling upgrade that goes on top of these triangular roofed buildings, but I don't know where it is. I don't know what menu it's in. I guess that's the problem with having such an enormously huge mod where you have to have all these sub-menus. Like, I don't know, you get lost in this for days. And I don't really think there's a better way to organize it. There's just so much stuff to do. Oh, okay, it's literally right here. Place 10 haulers. Yep, okay. So, see, I don't want to cut these down. The brambles, I don't want to cut them down. Because I feel like that's going to cause a problem. But... the same time, well, if I don't mark them for cutting, then it's probably okay. They'll just harvest the stuff. But why don't we take the time now, mark the trees themselves for cutting, and only the trees, because then the brambles will spread, and it's okay for them to occupy this space, because we want to have the bramble flowers. So I'm assuming at some point we'll get all of these trees. It's just kind of hard to see in this, well, sea of bramble flowers here. I think I've gotten all of the dead trees and all the live trees, except that one. Now we're good. Well, we're going to roll with it. So I guess, man, I guess I've just got to build one of these lumberjack barns. It's just such a big building. Oh, okay, this actually would work pretty well. I know this is a stupid location for it, but this right here would actually not be a bad spot. Then if I... Oh my god, okay, that's not going to fit on top of that. Sheesh, how does this even go on here? Does it have to, do I have to, like, zoom in here, or do I have to get rid of these paths next to it? See, I just don't know how this fits on here, man. It's like it's too big to go. I don't know how it lines up. So obviously this has to go on top of something here. But the way that this is built, like obviously this isn't doing me any favors. So let's pause this so my defenseless brain can actually try to figure this out. See, I figured this would just kind of fit somewhere on top of this, but it's not wanting to go. I mean, the arrow, I guess lines up with this, maybe, but it doesn't want to go. Does not want to go on top of this. Like, am I missing something? I've got to be missing something. Like, there's no possible way this doesn't work. And I don't want to unlock it if I can't actually use it. But it's not. There's nowhere in here that shows up as green. Yeah, like what's going on with this? Well, I guess we can't use it then. So that's unfortunate, but we do need the lumberjack barn to be here. And this conveniently includes this area as well, but I don't think these guys, yeah, they can't do the giant sequoias. That has to be the giant sequoia feller, which is a completely different building. The tree nursery also needs to get built. This is I think a different design from the previous version. That goes away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, goes away, goes away, goes away, goes away, goes away. How many times can you say goes away before somebody just comes and... Never mind. But we are going to bring down... Eventually, once I have enough dynamite, I'd like to bring this entire ridge down here so we can do a lot more growing, but that's going to be one of those things that just takes some time. The next thing, I think... Oh, I didn't do myself any favors here. This has been commented for a while. I would like to block this little passageway off here so it no longer has the bad water in there, and then we can fill this in over time, maybe. Or at the very least, take the bad water out of it so it doesn't pollute anything. Well, that's going to require us to remove the bad water bucketing post here, which is... Oh, now somebody's stuck. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Well, we'll just have to keep on keeping on here. Path ourselves around these trees if we can. Ah, nope. No, we can't. We have to go around this way. There we go. This is incredibly dumb, but if I put this levee here, then this eventually will dry up. That's going to help us out a whole lot. Like I said, making this non-polluted, and then we can reclaim most of this land for irrigation. We also have this up here. We have all this scrap metal. Not that we need more scrap metal. Well, technically, we probably could use it, but I think we'd leave this alone for right now. The primitive smelters up here should be helping massively in using our coal reserves. I say as I look at this being completely full of coal again. Okay, it's not completely full. It's just really, really, really full. But the idea is that we keep using the coal so that we can keep getting dirt out of here. So we can keep using the dirt to plug this up. This one just finished right here. And then this one is at 196 out of 1,000, so that's looking good. Little bits and pieces, little tiny steps of progress, folks. That is the way it goes. It's the only way to survive in this game is just do it while you can. Unmark these for cutting. There's a bunch of other stuff we got to do too. Had a couple requests to do the super fertilizing irrigation tower bath fancy blueprints, so... Let's go ahead and start that. Yes, it's the brain boosting salts once again. But these things are cool. We used them in the previous playthrough. They have a much, much larger range. I can't really find a great place to do an example of it because this terrain is so varied here. But this is a massive, massive irrigation range for this building. Like, hopefully you can get an idea just by me kind of moving this around, like right here, like how huge of an irrigation range it is. This is a truly impressive building. We just haven't been able to use it yet. So that's going to be a thing once we can get it. And that can replace probably, if I put one in this area, it could replace this one and this one. And depending on where I put it, it might even take care of a lot of this space as well, which would be great. Yeah, right here could also just go in this area and replace both of these. More space to put some more rice. Let's get that going right there. Again, plenty to get done. We are not going to be wanting for stuff to do in the slightest. We just have to be a little diligent about how we're getting stuff accomplished. Remember, everything takes time. So, now that we've kind of addressed some of those concerns... This, they're getting logs. They've gotten most of these trees. Let's just mark the rest of these. The brambles will take care of themselves, but I do want to unmark as many brambles as I can so that we don't cut those down. We just want to get the flowers. I cannot remember if I have to have them marked for cutting for them to get the flowers from them or not. Like, I feel like I'm going to have to, but... Oh, man, I don't know. There's, like, no resource for this except asking nicely in the comments. Which is not... It's good because, you get to talk to people about the stuff, but... But then I have to wait another like 5 days to actually do it, because that's when then I'm going to record the next episode of this for. Actually, no, it's only 3 days. Today's Monday, and the next episode comes out on Thursday. That's right, because this is a 3-episode week, or 3.5 episode week, 4-episode week, depending on how you choose to count your weeks. But I suppose, man, I guess I'm going to have to just put my stripes in here again. And I hate to get rid of the blueberries, but I'm not going to have any harvesting happen over here. Do I even have a gatherer flag? I've got 2 lumberjack flags right here. These guys can, oh, but they're getting bramble flowers. So that seems to be fine, I guess. But these guys aren't getting it, so do they have to have that marked? Huh. Man, I don't know. Too much to keep up with. Taking a look at my notes over here. There is also the option through the balloons to ship coal out to, I believe, the polar beavers. Check out, yeah, right here. We can ship coal out to get 30 cheeseburgers, or quote-unquote foreign food. But that requires 500 science. I mean, it's going to be a good option for us to get rid of stuff, for sure. But I've got to build another one of these balloon trader landing pads. And I don't really have a great place to put one of these. Unless I want to, let's see. I could maybe fit this here, but I'd have to slightly reorganize my pathing system here. I think, yeah, if I did, hello lag, thank you. If I did one of these numbers and then got rid of this here, I think this should work. We're going to have to really redo a lot of this pathing at some point, but there we go. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I guess this one can be for the polar beavers. We're going to need to get the ice from them at some point anyway, but I will go ahead and pop that right there. Use our 500 science. It's going to be worth it to get rid of all that foreign food. To get all the, what's it called? Coal. There we go. Sky exploration points. Is that something I can store? Is that something I can store somewhere? Or do I just have to use it to build stuff? It's probably just to use to build stuff. I think I should have... Yeah, I got a couple more of the Balloon Trader fancy blueprints. So that'll be a project for them to work on for a while. Yeah, related to the chestnut issue, just take another second here to do this. Related to the chestnut issue, it's been suggested that we change our strong alcohol production over to more rice. And try to free up some chestnuts for the weird udon. Especially now that we have so much rice up here, but I think this one distillery here can handle that. We've got 2 of these trying to make half-fermented sake from rice. Water is becoming a problem, though, because we're dumping so much of it in here. As we expand this pond out this way, it's possible that we put in... Yeah, we put in one of these water cannons. The only problem is getting power for this, and I really don't want to have to burn methane just to, you know, put water over here. And I don't know if... Okay, so this is getting 82% power. I don't know if the range decreases. I hope it doesn't, but if it's just the amount of water that gets pumped at a lower amount of horsepower, Honda Preludes, Harry Potters, whatever, then that would be okay. But I kind of don't want to go through the ordeal of attempting to build that over here without knowing for sure that it would work. In terms of other things that need to get fixed, I mean, a lot of this is looking pretty good. We just have to be able to take care of more of it. We still don't have... Yeah, okay, I think the lumberjack barn, the problem is they don't gather the flowers, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of me building this thing without marking it for cutting, because these guys... Well, maybe nobody does. Maybe nobody does. So I guess... Man, I am... Okay, this is... There's nothing left on the ground, actually, right? Okay. I just want to make sure... Yeah, stop cutting those... Cut these pine trees instead. Get these things out of here. Nobody wants those. At least not right now. So, if I have all of this marked correctly... I mean, these couple of berry bushes, I'm just going to get rid of them. We can just have this be entirely bramble flowers. Localize our berries elsewhere. But if that's going to be what we do with this area over here, then I'm going to actually move this out this way. Take this out. And I think what we can do is I can actually... No, hold on. Let's be smart here. I can have water pumps up here. And I can take my dynamite. Do I have nitroglycerin? I don't see any. I know, more dynamite over here, right? But if I blast this out, then I can do 1, 2, 3. Depending on which way the straw comes out of these. Unlucky. Okay, I was going to say maybe I could put 4 here, but that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Well, I already have so many stinking beavers that are working with nothing else to do. Or that I would like to have do something else. I don't think I really need to be that worried about any of this. Actually, I know. Stop playing with the dynamite and do something actually useful for once. I'm trying. Let's blast out where the straws go. I know it's only going to be a very minimal amount of stuff it can do, but blast that out. I'm going to go ahead and massively deprioritize all of this so they can use that dynamite elsewhere. We got to be able to make the dynamite first. Also, that's making nitroglycerin, that's making dynamite. Waiting on the nitroglycerin. The nitroglycerin is waiting on sunflower oil, most likely. That's a path. This is making... sunflower oil, it does not have seeds. This one is making... that sound is glorious. Man, I mean, I've got sunflower seeds, but I think we're going to need just an unfathomably high number of sunflower seeds. And I don't know, really, where else I can realistically plant them that we haven't already done. We've got all this over here. The green peas maybe might not be the best crop to plant up here since it's so far away. But these guys also aren't really doing too much of anything. Oh, I'm still on single speed. We're 26 minutes into this. No wonder we haven't done anything. Solve that problem real quick. Did we build this? We did. Okay, good. So this bad water will dry up, and then we can send the beavers down in here to gather all this scrap metal. That'll be its own brand of fun. But I don't want them to get poisoned here unnecessarily. Okay. So this is going to be a building here. So I will mark that so they can't hop the road, so to speak. But the rest of this is going to be prime territory for having these guys all taken care of here. This will spread, and I guess, man, I guess I've got to just mark all of this. I say as I click on the complete wrong thing. So, stripes it is. We'll just go all the way across. And then they'll just grab all of this at some point. And then it'll just repopulate. Because I know these things go quick, but if we want to have the bramble flowers, which we desperately need to make stuff like the spicy sodas that get traded to the folktales in exchange for the exotic seeds, which we currently have 35 of. We need 50 for the tree nursery. So maybe toward the end of this episode we might actually get that stuff. Waiting on a couple more sky exploration points and another balloon, which I guess I'm not currently making. Let's find out. Handicrafter's Lodge, Handicrafter's Lodge, Handicrafter's Lodge. What are you handicrafting at the lodge? Nobody's doing balloons. Okay, so I got 3 of these doing the plucked lotus processing. This guy can do balloons again. He already has the paper and most of the tar, so that'll be fine. I don't want to demolish that. No, no, no. Bad tide approaching in 3 days. We have to remember not to not to let the bad water in here. But man, I need to get more of this stuff built, and they're not gonna have this dynamite done in time. I need to prioritize this specific dynamite for sure, so I can have this one thing going. Man, what a... I shouldn't say what a mess, because this mod is not a mess. It is a beautiful and wonderful work of art. But it causes my brain to turn into a mess. Very, very much so. Hopefully that dries up pretty soon. How are we looking on... Okay, so coal storage is still not full, which means we're getting waste rocks, which is good. The dirt situation... 400 out of 1,000. Will we finally fill this up today? Will we? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Chestnut trees. Got to get planted again. Lag, thank you. Make sure we unmark all the new chestnut trees for cutting. Keep these. I mean, it's going to be a while before these actually produce anything because... Well, one, they take 23.5 days to grow and then another 8 days to get chestnuts. But as we slowly ramp that up, I think we're going to be in good shape. And I unmarked these trees for planting so I could blast this river out, but I don't think we're going to have to do that. I think it's fine. See, I got a lumberjack farm here, and again, I really don't understand this hauling upgrade building, like how this fits on here. Just does not seem like something that's going to work. Like, I can't get it to mesh with anything. I don't know if it's just because I don't have enough space on top of the building to do it, or if it's in the wrong locale, but like, how does this even attach to this? It's like it doesn't want to do anything. That was the main reason I hadn't bothered trying it, because I knew I couldn't figure out how it worked, and I guess I was right. But, okay, do we at least have... Okay, now we have bramble flowers. Alright. Detonate. Detonate. Well, you know what that means, is it means I can come over here and get that done, but more importantly, I can take a deep water pump and I can plant that bad boy right there. Maximum depth of 6. I mean, the depth here is not really what's the issue. It's, I want something that's more efficient. And that's something that takes time. Of course, I would love to have 4 of these next to each other so I could have 3 of these upgrades, but 2 will suffice. This area up here really needs... That's not the district name, and this is the wrong playthrough. But this area needs its own water supply badly. I know we have 2 of these right here, but you got to have more than that. You got to have more than that. But hey, at least we can get bramble flowers from here now, and they'll grow back at some point relatively quickly. These don't have access to be removed yet, but I think we're good now. Okay, so what are we waiting on? Sunflower oil pretty much is the only thing. See, that's the problem, is we just can't, for whatever reason, cannot produce enough sunflower oil. Cabbages, we've got tons of them. But I'm very hesitant to get rid of all of these. I'm going to, at least in this area right here, these green peas can be unplanted and turned into sunflower seed things. I think. Hopefully. Man, there's just so much going on. It's like drinking through a fire hose. Okay, so, yep, still waiting on the balloon. 18%, so that'll be some point during the bad tide. That'll come up. That'll be nice to get that taken care of. We got our 40 seeds. We need 50 to actually put our tree nursery in. Take that out. Well, it would have been nice to have this complete before the bad tide started, because once the bad tide starts, there's going to be new water up here. 0 water. We have this kind of trench thing down here, but I don't have a good place to pop that thing. Oh, is this working? Nice. Okay. Jumping Fun 80 is going to be pumping for us today. Take care of that. Maybe these could get migrated somewhere else, or I figure some other way of doing this. I don't know. Like I said, there's just a lot to keep up with, and it's a challenge at times. By at times, I mean at all times. So, alright. I mean, one of the other things that people suggested was to build a hauling office with the upgrade on top, but... where? How does it go in? Oh wait, hold on. Am I just dumb, or is this just obtuse? An upgrade module will be placed on top of a forester adjacent to a what? Okay, well no, that's like a little bit of both. So you have to have a forester next to a... why would I ever build like that, though? So I've got a forester here, and I've got a lumberjack barn here, but I get the feeling they're supposed to be lined up next to each other. See, this is why I didn't do this. I do not have the requisite brain power to comprehend the instructions there. So, I've also been told there is a hauling tower that needs to get built that I haven't done yet, but I have no clue where it is. That's a forester. That's a tapper shack. We know what those two are. That's a builder's lodge, harvester's office, harvester's drying tower. See, we already looked at all this stuff. That's not... None of this is that. That's a district crossing. God help me if I ever put a district crossing in Waterbeavers again. Tech tree stuff, tree nursery, watertight upgrades. See, I just don't know where in the world that building would be. These are all lodges. Oh, son of a... I forgot about the bad tide. That's going to be a problem. Alright, okay, get this going immediately. Okay, we might have a little bit of splashback here. Because now this is going to surge. Okay, well... We caught it mostly in time. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything for us. I'm so glad that alert exists now, because this would have been a catastrophic disaster. Spent so much time trying to find that hauling tower. Is it an industrial building? Or is it under... It wouldn't be under science, it wouldn't be under power. Okay, because this hydroponics, that's... Oh, okay, this... Oh, I can't build that. It has the giant sequoia logs. How could I ever build that? Why would you suggest that? You know I'm like 5 episodes away from that. Hauling tower, construction tower. See, that's what I thought it was, but I figured maybe there was another one I didn't know about. That's annoying. But this is dry at least, so... I suppose what we can do is I'll just put a ladder here. And we will assign a couple... Because we have 50 unemployed beavers. Scavenger flags. I don't want to build a building for this because these are free, so... Might as well just pop in a whole lot of these guys in this space since they have nothing better to do. Gather all this scrap metal real quick like. Do I have space for that? No I do not. Well, these guys will hold 20 apiece, so I guess that's fine. We're also making all this scrap metal, so the main reason I want to get rid of this stuff is so I can platform over this and put buildings on top of it. I don't really care about having the scrap metal, I just want it not to be in the way. So that's going to be... Okay, it's almost done. Aquifer pumps I have not forgotten about. I just really do not know how I'm going to put those in there. Into that spot at the very least. So that's looking all right. So I think I don't need to have this path here, and I probably can remove... Yeah, I could reorganize this to be a whole lot better, but I know for sure this path can easily just be replaced by this. We don't really need to go down these stairs anymore. And if we do, I can just put the path back in, but at the very least, I need to stop saying at the very least, I can plant some more chestnuts there. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And this right here can start getting replaced with sunflowers. Very slow process, but it can be done. Everything over here is going okay. This is making metal blocks, which I still don't have other storage for because I've been trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, and I couldn't figure anything out. I guess if I really wanted to... Okay, this can definitely go away. The storage is not a watertight deal, so I know I can build on top of that. I guess over here is probably going to be a decent place to put a bunch of these large industrial piles. So that would go there, that would go there, and that would not quite fit there. So I guess I can just have two of these here and here and just leave that alone. But I'm going to want to, I know this is dumb, but I'm going to want to have, this leveled out. Kind of a waste to do that though, isn't it? But I could do that side, and I could do... Actually, I could have it hang off the side of the cliff here and probably not be in too terrible of a spot. As long as I could get through here, which... Yeah, I really didn't do myself any favors here. Oh, come on, lag. Didn't do myself any favors here with how I planned this out, or didn't plan it out, rather. Well, alright. Come on, lag. I guess this will just have to work. Because that's... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that there. Okay, these are just recharging right now. They actually don't need to be connected, so... If I'm really going to insist on being completely stupid here, I could remove this power shaft and then blast that, but we're not quite there yet. We're not to the point where I have to worry about it. This is still completely pumped dry. I'm sure this is, yep, dry for the most part. But we can go ahead and let this out. Yeah, and then this just gets added here. Too far cannot be reached. Alright, well, I no longer care about that then. That's... Those are all dead? Oh, because they got poisoned. Okay, well, they grow fast. That's not going to be a problem. What else? 45 seeds. That's good. And then the 5 are en route. Still waiting on a balloon. This is at 75%. Okay. So, the... God, where is this building? Tree nursery up here. We can go ahead and research this. And we can start building, but I need to figure out... See, if I can get this blasted down and we can have the super fertilizing irrigation tower bath, whatever, over here, then I can use all of this space to grow these giant trees. So, I think... Get rid of this. Oh, that's not going to show my range. Okay, well, this, as it is now, shows all of that as range, so I know it would go around... 2. So you know what? We'll put it there. We'll put it there with the idea that we will end up blasting this down, probably a super long-term project to get that done. But we will be able to plant the giant sequoias over here. I think they are... These are 2x2s? Okay, that's not going to tell me, but I'm pretty sure there's a minimum clearance to the side for these things. We've got decorative ferns. Don't care about those. I think the decorative ferns are just a thing that you can plant so that these guys, the assistant farmers, don't have the "I don't have anything to do" thing pop up. Yes, they make that exact same inflection tone of voice. Where can I put the rest of these things? Well, I know we also have banana trees. which are very useful. So maybe we should kind of segment this out. The unbelievably tall bamboo has to be planted in water. We also have domesticated brambles if we chose to go that route. We can plant blueberries. We can plant lemon trees and boabs and all this other stuff. So those boab trees are pretty cool because they'll produce logs, well, 75 days, or they'll produce water over 20 days. But again, these trees, when you plant them, see, that's massive. That goes off to the corner like that. Giant sequoia. Is that a thing where I have to do 2 by 2 to plant these? I really probably should have read about this. But, oh, the exotic seeds are already all the way in there. Okay, so that means this can get turned. Okay, I don't need any more exotic seeds, so I guess we'll change this. All right, let's take a look at recipes for folk tales. Do I have... I've got pine resin to get the weird food. That's tea. You know what? Let's try the weird food, foreign food. And send some pine resin, because I know the storage is not completely full. But we do have a pretty good amount of pine resin here that we still haven't harvested yet. And if it turns out that it uses too much pine resin we end up needing for something else, then we'll change it. But for right now, I think it's probably better to have a different type of weird food come in that our beavers could make good use of. How are we looking on 98%? Very good. So pretty soon we're going to have the ability to... I always forget the recipes for this. The, oh, the coal. Duh. How could I forget? We're getting rid of our coal. This needs 700 dirt. So, see, it's a good thing to get this started early. I neglected to do so. But we are only 360 dirt away from being 700 dirt away from having the tree nursery. Okay, so these guys can't reach because only one can go at a time, but I don't think I'm going to be worried about that. This blockage needs to be removed so I can fill this in with dirt or a path. At this point, I can't imagine we're going to be filling it with dirt. So I might just do levees. Except for the case of buildings that are watertight, the levees will work. Mostly, I believe. Okay, this is finished. Good. So coal and methane. We have 5,400 methane. We probably should put a gas tank up here. But we don't have that. Literally everything. Everything is here except the dirt. Every single solitary thing is here except the dirt. How's our... Okay, we haven't made it yet. We're waiting. Pencil sets. Pencil sets, pencil sets, pencil sets. We have our brain boosting salts almost, though. So... this is making balloons, which it no longer needs to make, so you can make pencil sets. I know I should just make another Handicrafter's Lodge just to make pencil sets. But we're in the fun position of not really fully knowing what's happening here. And that ends up causing problems for us. I mean, like water storage-wise, I really should just build more of these big underground tanks, but I'm not really in a situation to do that. I don't really have anywhere else that would make sense. Well, okay, medium tanks here. I'm just gonna get rid of these two, and what we'll do, get rid of these three actually. If I had the dynamite to do it, and if I knew for sure that I could blast down 3 from here, I know. Okay, no, I can. I can, because this has already gone down 3 there. I think. Yes. So... See, this is what happens when you allow me to have the freedom of thought here. It's a very dangerous thing. See, this has to have space on the ground. It can't go up in the corner. This is just such a huge building that takes up so much space. Like it should go here. It really should go here, but I don't really have a great way to pop this in. I suppose I'll just build the big crappy stairs. Scavenger flag the you-know-what out of this. Just get these things, and then I can blast that down, and I can forget about it for 5 episodes because I got a billion things running through my head. Meanwhile, the ENS hasn't been able to do anything because I can't get the materials to do any of these researches. I already have 15 clockwork robotic controllers. Oh, how close are we to this? God, the same 640. Man, I cannot use enough coal to run these things. I just can't do it. Why? Oh, okay. Why is there no coal? I have so much coal. Do I have to prioritize this by haulers again? I can't even build a hauling tower yet. Oh, come on, man. I know it's because we already have all this, all these ruins here and everything, but I gotta get rid of this coal somehow. Okay, there it goes. Unfortunately, it takes 3 days to send 200 coal, but, I mean, it's something. It allows these drills to run a little bit more. Man, I don't want to build a bunch of these storages either, because then that just turns into a big old problem to solve. So, and then I have the space over here I haven't done anything with because I wanted it to be... man. I don't know why coal specifically has become such an enormous, ridiculous problem to solve. Really, it's very irritating. And I can't blast it because I don't have enough dynamite. I can't blast over here because I don't have enough of these other things. I get distracted by this, and this all over the place. Man, it is a wonder that I've accomplished anything, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so we got 1,000 lotus flowers. I'm gonna have to start burning those again. Unless I can find another recipe for those. Well, could be worse. This is still paused, yes. A couple of you commented to remind me of that. I'm gonna leave it paused for the time being. How are we looking on our chestnut situation here? Alright, let's plant the rest of these 2 trees. Unmark them for cutting, if I can find the button at least. That should help. Okay, these can get planted as sunflowers, for sure. That should help. The sunflower oil continues to be a problem, but it'll improve once we have a steadier supply closer to these things. This probably doesn't have any water in it. Yep, despite being marked. I need that giant hauling tower. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. I just can't build it. I don't have giant sequoia logs. We're like 5 episodes away from that. No dirt in here. Not surprised. This is up to 720 though, so that's something, I guess. This here still has that going on. That's solid ground. If I build... Okay, the levees require the clay and then the pine resin, which is now pretty much gone, being traded for the weird foreign food. I think I'm going to have to stop doing that. Take a look at... So what else can I send, though? I don't really have extras of any of the rest of this. Nor do I really want... I really don't want any more of this, because I'm not going to need the exotic seeds, I'm pretty sure, for anything else. I hate to get rid of the Folktales balloon and replace it with something else, because that was expensive to unlock that, but... Iron Teeth, I can't really... I mean, I could send them scrap metal to get planks in return, but I'm not really in dire need of the planks. If I could get the brain-boosting salts, that would be great. But it's not going to let me do that. Amperes will give me the solar panel, whatever this is called, solar cells, if I send them fried rice. Other white paws will give me... See, I really don't need any of this stuff. Or rather, I can't send any of that stuff. Island beavers, if I send them comic books, will send me food. Okay. I mean, if I had a lot of paper, I mean, I kind of... Well, not really, I don't have a lot of paper, but I could maybe send comic books if I really felt like it. Jungle beavers. Yeah, I'm not sending them explosives, I can tell you that much. What is insect larvae? I know, I saw that somewhere. Yeah, the firefly grooming station would give us the glowing liquid, but we also have to have frozen human meat. Oh, that's horrifying. And bad water to make fireflies out of. Okay. Like, what else can I do with all this stuff? There's just so many things you can do with this. It's like mind-boggling. Honestly, we're not even halfway through the tech tree. This is episode, what, 38? So if you want 60 episodes of Water Beavers, you probably are going to get it. Don't have any dirt, sheesh. How close are we on this? Still 720? Come on, man. Come on. Stop playing with me here. Well, we know we have to get the polar beaver trade going. Ah, man, if I delete this, am I going to get the balloon back? Okay, well, we're going to let them finish this trade, and then I think I'm going to just change this in for another polar beaver thing so we can get rid of all this coal. Alright, this is now clean water. Get that. Well, mostly clean water. It'll get diluted, that's fine. And then here, once this flows clear, then I will open this back up. I know it doesn't really matter if there's a little bit back here, but I don't know, I just hate seeing the nasty come through here. We still say 720? Yep. Man, there's so much coal. So much coal. So little time. Alright, we're going to just going to go ahead and let this be what it's going to be. It's fine, it'll get diluted eventually. But the water level here is... Okay, that's not too low. But we don't want to let it get too low, I think is the issue at hand. These are going to be pumping soon, which is good to have these up here again. But we need to have this dynamite put in place, which they can't do because they don't have explosives. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Is that show still on? Probably not. What was I looking for? I don't remember. Do not remember. It's like you walk through a doorway and you forget why you went into the room. Except I opened a menu and I forgot. Ah, I was looking at... Nope, don't remember still, but now I'm just going to scroll this. There's a good reason I was looking at this and I don't remember what it was. Why do I have assistant farmers prioritizing harvesting? They can't plant anything. They can only harvest. Fix that, I guess. Okay. Maybe I'll remember if I think about it hard enough. Okay, Handicrafters Lodge making dynamite, yes. I had to have one of them making pencil sets. So that, and then the alchemist making... Okay, so I do have somebody making nitroglycerin, but the nitroglycerin and the dynamite thing is just one of those things that I can't possibly keep up with the demand no matter what I do. This is still getting harvested, but once that's done I can take these stairs out. And then I think the reason I was going about this is I was going to have to blast this down before I blasted this area down. Just to make a giant tank. I think I'd probably rather actually have it go this way here. I don't know. We're in very firmly in the space of, you know what, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. But I mean, we've done something at the very least. This was in the middle of whatever. All right. Bye. Go do something else. Now, do I get my balloon back? Is the next question. If I lost my balloon, I'm going to be pretty mad. I don't see my balloon. Oh, there it is. As long as they can gather the balloon back. Polar beavers it is. I need to have an enormously large quantity of coal just evaporate. If I'm going to have any chance of doing anything. So come and grab this garbage. Build yourself another polar beaver thing. I need to get dirt. I need to get dirt. I need it. Well, this isn't... Oh, they're out of drill bits. Oh, God. They've been out of drill bits forever. That's why. Man, you know what? I don't know how feasible it is to do this, but would it be possible to put an indication above these drills when they are out of drill bits? Like just have the icon pop up, like these guys are hungry, so they have or they're injured, so they have the injury pop up. I just completely forgot. All right. Well, that's absolutely going to cause a problem if they don't have any drill bits. No wonder they weren't doing anything. Jeez. All right. So I'll take my 20 lashings at your convenience. No storage space available for... Oh, am I really going to have to make a storage for the balloons for them to go put this up here? Or is that talking about the foreign food in the sky exploration? I guess it's not going to tell me. But this... Like, what does that even get stored in? Is that a glorious storage thing? It's red, so maybe? No, it is not. Okay, so that can go away. It must just be a regular old warehouse then. Yep. Alright, well, we'll do that anyway, just in case we accidentally make some balloons in the future. Sky exploration probably could also use a little bit of something, but hey. Look at it figured out. Alright, I'm not forgetting anything, right? That I've previously turned off. I don't think so. I do need to replant these as sunflowers. Sunflower oil continually is not enough. This... Oh, okay, those need to be prioritized by hauler. At this point, like, prioritizing, not prioritizing, I really don't think it matters because I don't have enough haulers, and I can't build the stupid hauling tower. I don't have the giant sequoia logs. Ah! I wish I had the ability to build this thing. It's like, I don't need to have a forester and a triangle building over here. There is no triangle hauling building, as far as I know. Harvester's Cottage, again, we don't need one of those up here. Why would I build that? I mean, the Lumberjack's Barn is a triangle building. But I don't need a forester because I'm not planting any trees. So that seems like kind of a waste to build that just so I can have the hauling upgrade on top. And furthermore, how does that even fit? Alright, you know what? No. No, we're not cavemen. We have technology. I'm going to figure this thing out, I swear. Like, what? Does this have to be attached directly here? Then that goes on top, like, that doesn't seem to work. Or does it go the other way? Or, like, what? Like, how does this fit on here? Like, I feel like it really should be pretty obvious, but I just cannot, for whatever reason, get this figured out. Like, surely I'm not completely insane. Like, this has to be able to fit. Forester, it has to be placed on top of a forester adjacent to a triangle roof upgradable build. That's what this is. That's what this is. Or is it on the wrong side? Like, does it have to go here? Okay, that clearly doesn't work. Does it have to go here? Oh, that's it? That's all I had to do? Alright, well that was not immediately obvious for me to try to figure that out. Sheesh. Do I move this distillery? Well, it's not making anything anyway because it doesn't have a... Oh, it's full. Okay. Okay. Do I have science for this? I do. I do, but that's also not a great place to put that thing, so maybe we just won't worry about it. Because I've got another one. I already forgot how it goes. I guess it goes there. Yeah. So, why do I keep pausing the game? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build it right here. Just so I can finally get this thing figured out. If you have already left a comment telling me how to do it, then apologies. I guess I figured it out before you had a chance to actually respond. After I had figured it out before I let you know that I figured it out. I think is how that works. I don't know. So, that's gone. Stop pausing the game. No, I'm going to pause the game because that helps my brain function. Are they gonna be able to... Yeah, okay, I don't care. That goes there. And then that goes there. Okay. We have created an absolute monstrosity. But I think it's gonna work. I think. Hopefully. And I guess that forester being there means this forester can go away. Which means I can simplify this. How close is this to being? Okay, I don't care. I already have too much wood anyway. Get rid of that thing. Then this path can become straight. This can get blasted out here eventually. And then we'll be able to make stuff look a whole lot nicer. Alright, now, building this. Okay, pine resin. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. Hopefully. What's going to drive people insane is I'm about to name this episode Going for Hauling Upgrades and then proceed to do nothing about hauling upgrades until after the first hour of the episode. What do you mean it's not connected by paths? How? How is this not connected by paths? Did I miss something? Like, come on. What's... Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I have this connected here. It let me build it. I don't see anywhere where it's going to let me build any amount of paths on or in this. Maybe on top of here? That's not going to do anything. That looks like a path there, but... That's the entrance there. Does this have to have a second story entrance for something? Alright, tall platform. Might as well just go ahead and unlock this. So if I have that here... Oh, man. Really? Oh, that's going to be a huge pain. Wait. Don't build that. Don't build that. I want my science points back. Ladders. The answer is ladders. It's always ladders. It's like the opposite of house. It's never lupus, but it's always ladders. Alright. Please work. I am begging you. Fervently. Please. Alright, come build this. Come build this. We'll see if this works. If it does, I'm going to be thoroughly impressed. And still a little frustrated, but... okay, this is... Get out of here. That's done, that's done. That path is done. I still need more dynamite. Never can have enough dynamite ever in the history of time. Where's this gonna go? See, I wish I could go straight up against the wall here, but... I think for this to actually be the best... Yeah, best location is going to have to be here. Alright, that is going to be... Or not to be. There and there. The weeping and gnashing of teeth about don't use triple dynamite is going to be... you know what? I really don't care to deal with that, so I guess we'll just... We'll just do this the way that I know how. Actually, I can do all of these at one time. But it's not like it's going to matter because I don't have enough stinking dynamite. Pencil sets. How many pencil sets do I have? I got 0. Because I don't have paper and I don't have pine resin. Why do I not have paper and pine resin? I have paper and pine resin. Where are my pencil sets? Is this finally finished? No. Still at 800. My god, dude. Okay, so that's prioritized. Everything's prioritized, then nothing will be. I am aware, before someone comments, that there is a post on the Timberborn subreddit with the syndrome meme of that exact thing. Pretty fitting. That's gonna not reach the other one, but okay. This has been an interesting and uniquely frustrating experience trying to get dirt out of these drills here. I can't build an iron drill up here because I don't have room for it, because I'd have to get my power shafts. Oh, I'd have to completely reconfigure this whole thing or have it come around here, and then... Look, man, I'm tired. I really don't know where I'm going to be putting half of this stuff. It's high temperature foundry. I know it. Wait, what? Oh, no, I can queue it up because that levee hasn't been built yet. That's why. Not levee, whatever it is. The power input on this thing is on this. I can't show you with my mouse, but it's on this corner. Which, if I turn it around this way, they'd have to come in from this direction, but I could actually have... Oh, I could have this power come in right like that. But the other issue that I was coming across is getting the power around to the other side. And more importantly, getting this set up for an iron drill. Now, I can, if I take these out, these large industrial piles, and I take this one pine tree out and I put in, here we go again, put in 2 more things of dirt here, I can put an iron drill in this exact spot, and I can have the power come across and around here. That's not a problem. It's just, there's so much to keep up with all at the same time that it's like a... Man. Like, really? Like, this is what we're working with? Okay, so this is working? Okay, alright. Well, we have finally, somehow, had both of my brain cells present at the same time getting something accomplished. So that's nice. That's good to see. Ever blossoms. Ever blossoming. Marked for cutting. Yep, there we go. Lag. And we have our berries slowly spreading over here. Fermentation house is fermentating. I've got a gather flag gatherating. That's not a real word. Yeah, I know. It's fine. That dynamite can be dynamiting. And then we can put in another deep water pump. And then on top of that, you'll never guess what goes on top of the deep water pump. That's right. It's have to ram the camera in here to get it to actually attach. Come on. Upgrade. Upgrade. Thank you. That will help massively. But it might not be enough. What is this storing? Brain boosting salts? Yeah, no surprise at all. We're not making those. The wine cellar, again, I can't plant grapes until I have the tree nursery, which all of this is probably going to be grapes. Ooh, I'm going to lose this whole... Okay, whatever. That's fine. How's our dirt? 960. Oh my god, are we going to do it? Are we going to actually do it? We're gonna do it this episode, aren't we? Okay, how are we looking? Do I have these marked for cutting? No, I don't. That's good. This is improved. I really should have some more lotuses, probably, because we've used every scrap of the ones that we've planted. But I don't really have anywhere else to put these things. Unless I move these guys out of the way or expand this way. Because I really don't need to have much else here. Alright, I'm going to unplant, let's say unplant this much rice. And then I believe I don't need to have a path going through the lake. Most likely they can just go around the outside here. So I can take this out entirely. Demolish the building here and here. These guys can... Okay, well now they can help substantially less with the harvest, but I'm more worried about the lotuses anyway, so I guess that's fine. I'll go ahead. I know, more dynamite that you don't have. Why are you blowing up so much stuff? You don't have dynamite to do any of this. You're blah... Okay. It's gonna be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. So what we will do is we will just blast this whole thing up. At some point, whenever I have enough dynamite, then we'll get that all taken care of. They're still working on this. We're sending our coal out. Dirt situation. Oh, okay, this is done. It's done, it's done, it's done. Stop the presses. Call the newspaper. It's finally finished. High temperature foundry. Now I have to decide whether or not I'm putting it here or I'm rotating it 180 degrees and building it over here. Now I think in terms of actually accessing stuff, I'm going to want it to go this way. And power connectivity is going to be a lot cleaner if I do it, say, well, here it's probably going to look a little bit nicer with the way everything is built up. But here would line up a lot better with the stuff. And if I built that there... Oh, then that actually lines up perfectly with putting a path up there. Okay, so that's going to be our high temperature foundry, folks. We're going to put that right behind. And now I have to come up here with my platforms. Do this whole mess again. Power shaft, power shaft, power shaft. Click. Thank you. That goes there, and it'll go right into the corner. And oh, yes. Oh, yes. There will be much rejoicing. I'm going to go ahead and make this a three-way in case I want to put something else up here. But yeah, that's going to help us out a whole lot, folks. We just have to be able to get up here to clear this land out. That should not be a problem if I use the crappy log stairs just as a temporary placeholder thing. I'm not going to cut these trees down for trees. I'm going to just get rid of them because I can. Let's clear out all this garbage. And we'll just connect everything. I know I can't actually access most of this space yet, but just going to go ahead and get ahead of all of this. Then this is going to have dirt put in here so I can put another one of those giant drills in. But finally, oh yeah, this takes dirt too, by the way. Everything takes dirt. Oh my god, man. Alright, so I'm going to preset this for glass panes. The recipe, not what we're going to be making of it anytime soon, is quartz and methane. And we've had a whole bunch of quartz stored for 15 episodes now. So that's going to be nice to get that taken care of. Let's speed run these stairs real quick. Check on my mental health here. Okay, it's miserable, but 258, 260 out of 700. Oh, okay, well, before we get too far, I'm going to go ahead and plant my grapes. I know they can't plant the grapes yet, but the wine cellar needs grapes, and that will take up most of that space. This is now no longer storage for brain boosting salts because we don't have any. What's that Fairly Odd Parents meme? It's like, this is where I'd put my blah 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 if I had one. Grapes. Grape storage. Contaminated beaver gel. We can get rid of these. Send everybody to the Barfomatic 5000. Spin all that nasty out of them. And once we have our 700 dirt, we're going to be in so much better shape. But I just don't remember how the giant sequoias get planted. So maybe that's something we can do first thing next episode if somebody wants to enlighten me on that. I'm pretty sure it was you put 4 of them together and it becomes one, but this won't let me go up and to the left here. So it'll only show up like this. So there's some sort of pattern to it that I'm not seeing, and it wants to have a certain amount of space around it. Maybe it's 3x3. Actually, 3x3 would make a whole lot of sense, except if it was actually 3x3 and not in 3x3 grouped in some sort of other whatever thing, it would let me put it here, but it won't. It won't let me go within 2 squares of that path, but it lets me go right up to this one. Lets me go right up to here, so I don't know. Don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But this will get there closely. Banana trees. That's another one of those that's not going to let me... Wait, it's not giving me anything. Okay, so what's the restriction on the banana tree then? Come on. Come on, show me the information. Days to grow 8, can be eaten raw. Okay. So that's not particularly helpful. The boab trees, now when I planted that, it would actually show me. The giant sequoia just shows up as pine trees, which I obviously can't plant with that. So I guess we'll leave that for what it is. There's a tiny bit of ruins left here. That is nice that it has those little dots next to it. I hadn't noticed that before. Huh. Strange. But, you know, there's not really much else I can do right now. We've just been going all over the place trying to get stuff taken care of. But I think the biggest triumph of today is getting this hauling tower built so we can employ 10 more beavers as haulers. Guess we'll get this dynamite done. Plant these trees. Come on, click. Thank you. Ever blossoms. Unless there's a better tree to harvest for wood, but I don't think there is. I think this has been massively simplified, which is a good thing, in my opinion. 3 logs for 13 days. 70 logs for 75 days is probably pretty good. That's a little less than 1 log per day versus this is 1 log per 4.25 days or whatever. But it's 75 days to get there. So I don't know. We'll see. If you are one of the sickos who has played the Waterbeavers mod to completion or near completion, let me know if you like the boab trees. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing the term boab tree. I don't know. Chestnuts, only good for chestnuts. Blueberry planting is fine. Banana trees, I'm very interested in the banana trees, but I don't know where it has to get planted. It doesn't seem to want to let me do it. Unbelievably tall bamboo, we know to get the minty bamboo shoots, but that has to be planted in water, which I'll figure out at some point. But, yeah, this has taken a long time to clear these out. I know there's all sorts of other stuff they have to do, but at the very least, we are able to build this slowly. The Masters of Metallurgy is already there. The dirt is probably going to be the very last thing to go in. Everything else is slowly making its way over here. So, I think this is probably about as good of a spot as any to go ahead and end today. Just get this set for some dynamite over here. Oh, this wasn't connected. That was another thing I was going to dynamite, but for right now, I guess this is just going to be better off as stairs so everything can be connected. Just leave that alone for now because I did disconnect this. All right. That's all she wrote. I'm going to pause this wood burner because I think that's going to cause issues. But, yeah, we finally have a hauling structure. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out how to do that, but I guess I did it. And we have a drought coming in 3 days. So this is where we're going to leave it. I appreciate you being here. All of the helpful input, ideas, criticisms, etc., all completely welcome. I don't learn unless people tell me what I'm doing wrong. So please do always feel free to do that. Beard Boosters, thank you for your continued support of the channel and these series by directly subsidizing, quote-unquote, video performance, whatever, because it's not the latest and greatest new Timberborn excitement. It is a great Timberborn excitement, but it is never going to have any sort of chance at dismantling the stranglehold that, oh, we have shiny new official updates has on stuff. I really like this mod. I'm going to do my best to try and do everything in this series. And you are the people that make it happen. Make it economically justifiable to keep making these videos. So truly, and I really do mean it, you are a huge part of the reason why this is even possible. So thank you so much for your support. I know we have a lot of stuff we didn't get to today that we said we were going to get to, but again, everything takes time, especially in the Waterbeaver mod. I almost just knocked my headphones off my head. But seriously, thank you so much. We'll see you on Thursday for another episode of this. We've got more folk tales coming up tomorrow, and we have Satisfactory tonight. As of the release of this video, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll be streaming for at least a few hours. The new Satisfactory 1.0 release. Would love to have you join us fresh from the start for that. But if not, that's fine too. Just glad to have you here. Whatever it is you choose to do with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you later. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.